Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're breaking down the story behind Man City versus Salford City, and I'm going to explain it in a way that's easy to follow whether you're a lifelong football fan or just getting into the game. We'll go through what this matchup means, the context around it, how these kinds of football stories are structured, what fans should pay attention to, and why this fixture has created so much interest. Let's start with the basics. When people hear Man City versus Salford City, the first thing that stands out is the difference between the two clubs. On one side, you have a global powerhouse, a club known for competing at the highest level, winning major trophies, and featuring some of the world's best players. On the other side, you have a smaller club with a very different journey, a team that represents growth, ambition, and the lower tiers of English football trying to make their mark. That contrast alone makes the matchup fascinating. In football, these kinds of games capture attention because they represent more than just 90 minutes on the pitch. They tell a story about football's pyramid system, where clubs at different levels can sometimes meet in cup competitions or special fixtures. Fans love these moments because they combine unpredictability with emotion. Everyone wonders whether the underdog can surprise the giant, or whether the stronger side will simply show its quality and move forward comfortably. Now, if we look at how football articles and reports usually explain matches like this, they often begin with a headline idea. The headline tells you the core story right away. It might focus on the result, a standout player, or a big turning point. In the case of Man City versus Salford City, the headline would likely highlight the outcome and why it matters, whether that progression in a competition or a memorable performance. After the headline comes a quick summary. This is essentially the short version of everything you need to know: who won, what the score was, and what moment defined the game. For viewers watching highlights or reading recaps, this section is crucial because it gives instant clarity. You don't have to read the entire article or watch the full match to understand the main story. Then comes the main body, where the details really come alive. This is where analysts and reporters explain key moments. Maybe there was an early goal that changed the momentum. Maybe a tactical adjustment helped one side take control. Sometimes it's a single player stepping up with a brilliant performance. Other times it's about teamwork and strategy. In a match like Man City versus Salford City, attention often goes to how the stronger side approaches the game. Do they rotate their squad? Do younger players get a chance? Or do they field a strong lineup to avoid any risk? For the smaller club, the narrative is usually about belief and opportunity. Players know they're being watched by a wider audience than usual. Every tackle, every pass, every chance matters. These are moments that can define careers. Fans also look for signs of resilience. Even if the scoreline becomes difficult, supporters appreciate effort, organization, and moments of courage against elite opposition. Another major part of understanding these matches is context. Football stories are never just about one result. They connect to bigger themes. For the bigger club, it could be about maintaining momentum, building confidence, or giving squad players valuable minutes. For the smaller club, it could be about exposure, financial benefits, or simply creating a memorable chapter in their history. This context helps viewers understand why a game that might look one-sided on paper still matters deeply to both sides. Statistics also play a big role in modern football storytelling. You'll often see numbers like possession, shots on target, and passing accuracy used to explain how the match unfolded. If one team dominates possession, that usually tells you they control the tempo. If the underdog creates a few clear chances despite less possession, that indicates they were dangerous on counterattacks. These details help paint a fuller picture beyond just the final score. Now, let's talk about the emotional side, because that's what makes football special. Games like Man City versus Salford City bring together different communities. Fans of the bigger club expect professionalism and quality. Fans of the smaller club dream of something magical. The atmosphere around these fixtures often carries a sense of excitement and curiosity because anything can happen in football, even when the odds look uneven. Another interesting angle is the connection between clubs geographically and culturally. When teams come from similar regions, it adds a layer of local pride. Even if they don't face each other regularly, there's always a sense of comparison and shared football identity. Supporters enjoy talking about history, ownership stories, and how each club has evolved over the years. When reviewing a match like this, analysts also focus on tactical lessons. Did the stronger team press high and control the ball? Did the underdog defend deep and look for quick breaks? These strategic choices shape how the game feels to watch. Sometimes a smaller team frustrates the favorite for long periods, which increases tension and makes the eventual outcome more dramatic. As we move toward the end of understanding this kind of story, we should also think about what comes next. Football coverage always looks ahead. What does this result mean for upcoming matches? Will confidence grow? Will lessons be learned? Even a single game can influence team selection, player confidence, and fan expectations going forward. So to summarize everything in simple terms, Man City versus Salford City is interesting because it combines contrast, narrative, and emotion. The bigger club represents top-level excellence, while the smaller club brings ambition and the spirit of competition. Football stories around these matches usually follow a clear structure: headline, quick summary, key moments, context, and what it means for the future. Once you understand that structure, it becomes much easier to follow any football report or match recap. And that's the beauty of football storytelling. It's not just about who wins. It's about the journey, the moments that people remember, and the way each game fits into a bigger picture. Whether you're watching for tactical insight, exciting highlights, or the emotional drama of underdogs versus giants, matches like this always give fans something to talk about. If you enjoyed this breakdown, keep following along, because we'll continue to unpack football stories in ways that make the game easier to understand and more enjoyable to watch. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.